Hello everyone, I am Devang, and in this today's video, we will be going to discuss about Project EDR. We were working on this Project EDR from last few months under the guidance of our mentor Sachin Walia sir. So basically, what EDR is, we will be discussing it in very detail. So let's cover the topics. First of all, we will be understanding what are threats and how they harm to our PC or our data. Secondly, we will be discussing about antivirus, the first solution to minimize the threat and secure our system. And why now in the modern scenario, why the antiviruses are not capable enough to handle or to secure our system properly. Then we will be discussing what is EDR and what is the need of EDR and benefits of EDR, along with what is the core and crucial difference between EDR and antiviruses. So let's discuss this thing in very clear manner. First of all, what are threats? So threat is anything that can harm or steal information from our computer or our laptop. So threat is basically which harm us, and in term of digital world, the threat is anything which can harm our system, which can harm our system's data, its files, and crash our system. So this is threat. There are common type of threat that are viruses, phishing, ransomware, trojan, and etc. So you have heard a lot about that viruses and phishing methods. So they harm us. They basically steal our data and get unauthorized access to our system. They can damage our files and system and cause overall loss. So solution exists, that is antivirus. So antivirus is a software that protects our computer from viruses, malware, and this type of threat activities, threat files, and attacks. So it scans file and application to find some thread or suspicion anomaly activities and remove that from our system so that it cannot damage our system or steal our data. So what is the basic functionality of antivirus? It detects the viruses and malwares. Secondly, it blocks harmful files and the network connection from the website. Also, it scans our computer on a regular basis. So this is how the antivirus works. There are various popular antivirus named Microsoft Defender Antivirus, Norton, McAfee, and Kaspersky. So these are all different known and well-known antiviruses. You must be knowing about it. The next one is the limitation of antivirus. Though we have seen antivirus detects threats and helps to secure our system and data, but as I told you earlier also, in the current scenario where the technology is growing rapidly, the method of attackers and also the risk of data being leaked and privacy is also the one of the major concern. So as the technology grows, the method and the techniques of attacking is also changing day by day. That's why the traditional antivirus, which detects only the known threats using the known signature based method, they often miss the new malwares which are made newly and are not updated yet to their databases. So the antivirus often miss this type of threats. That's why we require a solid combination and more secure way for our security of our system and data. So this is the EDR, Endpoint Detection and Response. It is the solution for modern endpoint threat beyond the traditional antiviruses. So what is EDR? So EDR is solution that continuously monitors our endpoint devices including the laptops, desktop servers, and it detects and investigates and also it responds to the major security threats in the real time. So it continuously monitors, detects the threat, and respond to that threats. So key feature of EDR is continuous endpoint monitoring, real-time threat detection, and automated threat response. So what are the crucial three pillars of EDR? First of all is endpoint. So these are the devices that being protected. As I told you, devices including laptop servers to which you have to protect. We have to protect these devices from threat. So these are the endpoint. Detection is continuous monitoring for every OS processes, files, connections, and anomalous activities. So it is basically detecting any suspicious or anomalous activity to in our system. Then last one is response. So it is basically automated set of process like killing a process, quarantining a process, and sending alerts on a thread. So it is an automated response system. And as I said you earlier, why we need EDR? So EDR is required for the modern threat, cybersecurity threats. Like in today's, what are the challenges? The advanced ransomware attacks, zero-day attacks, they are they cannot be detected by our traditional antivirus. So that's why our EDR, that's needs, which is based on pattern and behavior detection of any file and classifying it as suspicious or anomalous. This EDR is been required there. So what is the workflow? First of all, we are monitoring, doing the continuous monitoring for our data. Then we are detecting thread with some certain rules, and then analyzing and investigating on that thread. And after that, we keep the automated response there. And thus, we also report all this thing manually. And this is how EDR works flow. And also, after each and every time attempt, EDR updates itself also. So this is how EDR works in a very what I can say exponentially upgradation manner. So next talk about what are the popular EDR solution available in the market, that are Windows Defender's endpoint system, EDR, Cortex XDR, and CrowdStrike, one of the important name, and Sentinel one. So these are various example of EDR. Next, talk about what is how EDR works, whereas how antivirus work. Because, like as I told, they look similar. Though they look similar, but they are different in their working, as we will be seeing in detail. Like, what is the detection method? So antivirus works on the signature-based detection only, on the known signature-based detection, whereas EDR works on behavior as well as signature-based both. So that's why it find or it able to detect the zero-day attack also. The antiviruses doesn't do the real-time monitoring, whereas EDR continuously ask or do the real-time monitoring of our system. And that's why it is able to find any of the minor suspicious activity also. So this is how the EDR and antivirus are different from each other. So what are the real world example? As you can see, antivirus scenario, a user downloads a known malicious file. Antivirus compare it from its database known signatures, and then it it prints that this particular file is suspicious or attacker like virus, so it quarantines. Whereas EDR checks for a pattern, and after that finding, if a file downloads on our system, EDR continuously monitors that file, that what this file is actually doing in our system. It is trying to escalate its privileges, trying to get the CMD rights, and trying to download much more other softwares onto this. So EDR detects this also things. That's why EDR is what I can say the more up level or upgraded version of antivirus. So let's come to the key learning of our video. So antiviruses mainly focuses on preventing our system and our data from known malwares or the signature-based known threats. Okay, whereas EDR provides the continuous monitoring and threat detection, investigation, and automated response onto that. So EDR also includes behavior-based pattern detection, and that's why EDR is essential for defending against the modern cyber attacks like zero-day attacks. So, in the current scenario, various organizations, corporate and enterprise, EDR is used along with the antiviruses. EDR is used as additional security level for the more stronger protection for their system. So, this is all about in this video from my side. Thank you and have a nice day.